everybody. It's good to be back with you. I told you there was some cases that were going on last week, and I'd have to get back with you as to the results. It was a trial that started off with 3 co-defendants. By the time that we got through motions on Monday, the judge had severed one of the co-defendants, which means that we'll have to try him in a different, same set of facts and circumstances, but we'll have to try him at a different date. So we went forward on 2 trials for armed robbery. All of these armed robberies are from a couple of years ago. They dealt with people that would lure victims in through an app called Grindr, some sort of a dating app. When the person would show up, then instead of it being a date, it was an armed robbery. We all need to be very careful in this new day of social media. You feel like you know somebody because you've communicated through email or through an app or over the telephone, and bad guys are out there scheming the entire time. So we were able to convict Delanor Tilton, 22, of Loris, and Mazar Studevant, 21, of Myrtle Beach, of armed robbery. That armed robbery carries mandatory minimum of 10 years up to 30 years. Studevant got 10 years in prison. Tilton was tried in his absence, and what happens in that case is the judge will, once the jury makes its return of guilty, the judge will fill out the paperwork just the same, seal that in an envelope, and at some future date when Tilton is picked up either at a traffic stop or if the police go out to his house or wherever they find him, he will be brought into court. Some other judge will open that sealed sentence and pronounce the verdict and the sentence. So Studevant got 10 years, and that is 85% crime, so he'll have to serve 8.5 years before he comes up for parole. And him being 21 years old, that'll get him up into his early 30s. Plus, it is a strike. In other parts of the nation, you've heard of 3 strikes. In South Carolina, we've actually got 2 strikes. Some of the stuff's 3 strikes, some of it's 2 strikes. But at the end of the day, if either one of these guys gets another most serious offense, he will be receiving life imprisonment without possibility of parole, and that is not up. That's just a consequence of any other sentence. We would serve him notice of that, put him on notice, but any other one would put him in there for life in prison. We get a lot of questions on that all the time. How does this person get this and someone else get that? Some of it deals with the judge. Some of it deals with the penalties that your legislature has put forward. We've got a couple of other pleas of interest that I wanted to tell you about. Keywayne Seawood, 27, of Myrtle Beach, pled guilty last Wednesday. He received 15 years in prison for the distribution of heroin and trafficking of cocaine. So he'll have to serve the better part of those sentences. He received 10 years on the trafficking charge and 15 years on the distribution charge, but they will run at the same time. So as a practical effect, he's looking at 15 years. In that same courtroom, B.J. Frazier, he is 38 years old, and he's from Conway. He got 12 years in prison for the distribution of heroin. So those are a few of the notable pleas that took place last week. This week we are in trial starting today with a murder charge. Last name Land. Today is Monday, so there's going to be picking of a jury this morning, 12 people, and then probably one or two alternates. There will be motions this afternoon, and chances are that case will start in full tomorrow morning, Tuesday. Probably take Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I would guess that the jury would get this case on Friday to make a determination. Next week I'll let you know how that turned out, but that is a murder from about 2 years ago. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great week, and if you ever have any questions, anything you want answered, of course you can reach out to our office. You can send the message through the Facebook page, and we'll try to answer those questions as they come up. Thank you and have a great week.